What's up, nerds? Plugged In is back and better than ever. I'm your host, X, alongside Jamie and Miles. Today we're talking about the amazing digital circus, the surprisingly real My Little Pony live action, and Disney dropping Sora AI. Let's roll that intro. So, as I've asked everyone who's watched The Amazing Digital Circus, Episode 8, how was your weekend?
It was a very traumatic Friday, I'll tell you that much. A lot of spamming, running the show in my earbuds over and over again.
Yep, and oh god. So, spoiler warning, of course, you can skip past the story if you need to.
Via this timestamp.
Kane is dead. Kane is dead. I don't know how to process this.
I mean, it's incredible, like how great of a villain like they could make him like in just one episode and then just get rid of him entirely. Like that whole episode, I was getting Bill Cipher energy like the entire time.
You know how they keep saying that Digital Circus is based off of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? Kane went full am in that. Especially like in the beginning of like his crash out. I got so much am vibes from him. I expected him to go off the how much I hate human speech. He came so close to that. And then Bubble. You know how we all thought like Bubble was supposed to be like a virus or something? Like I think some people think that Bubble still is like the Bubble Boy virus that takes over your computer when you open an email. Or some people also think that Bubble was just the second AI that apparently Kane devoured at the beginning. And then
that would explain like why at least in the credits sequence, like where they normally have like the characters like animated dancing or whatever, Kane was gone, but Bubble was also gone.
Yeah,
but
I think that's mostly because Bubble was like thought to be part of Kane like at first, right? Yes, but apparently since he may have just been like devoured and integrated into Kane, that's why they're so closely linked. Yep.
I'll say this: I have seen one episode of this show. Not caught up at all, but one of the coolest things I think about when I think of this show is how cool of it being like a YouTube online project. And it was just basically like an indie studio, and they pushed out like something that has this much hype around it and is able to like execute at such crazy levels. Like I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, like having those level parallels, I think that's crazy.
Like they say it's like it's based around it. It's not like just a complete like retelling of that story. They say it's going to be more hopeful, but it is very, very much inspired by it.
I feel like there's no way they'll actually get out. No.
It's looking very unlikely.
That especially with like when they showed like the Ragatha flashback and she was like trying to talk to her friends that were around her supposedly like in the office. Like somebody around her would have unhooked her if that was actually her.
Yeah, the thing is, I think there's the the Soma theory, right? That they're not actually.
I wanted to bring that up. Yes, I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
From all the TikTok summaries of the show I've seen, because I haven't seen it.
Fair enough.
But it's everywhere. The Soma theory, because I have played Soma.
Yeah.
Is probably one of the coolest ways they could take the plot, and it's really just like just objectively horrifying, like brains trapped forever in a digital circus.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Title
Digital
drop.
Circus.
Wait
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
It's some kind of digital circus.
Say that again?
Pony, I think we're in some sort of digital circus or something.
Oh god.
It's quite amazing if you think about it.
Yeah. So I've also seen theories going around because you know how they just found out they have like the ability to conjure things. I think that with like a prediction for episode 9, I've seen theories going around where they're just gonna conjure a brand new world for themselves to live in. Because if we're going off the Soma theory and saying that they're actually just like brain scan clones of the actual people, there's not gonna be no way for them to actually get out. So they may as well just create a new world for themselves to live in, you know?
A little bit Evangelion, a little bit, with like the idea of like, during the Human Instrumentality project, Shinji was given the choice between reshaping the world or falling back into nothingness, and that reminds me of like the last bit of what I've seen.
Yeah, I actually never really thought about that. It was like I kind of get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
I never understood the Human Instrumentality Project of Evangelion until I realized that those last 2 episodes are supposed to take place in the middle of the end of Evangelion movie.
Yeah.
So now it makes so much sense. All right. So we're gonna move on. If you want to watch it, the last episode of Digital Circus coming out June 19th. Be there, be square.
You should have a watch party right here.
Yep. And speaking of being there, here's some words I never expected to say out of my mouth. There is a My Little Pony live action movie being made by Hasbro. I didn't think this was real either. Jamie, would you like to elaborate?
So there was this, there's been big talks for a while, for the past couple of years, about My Little Pony Generation 6, because they ended Generation 5 pretty early, and it was not very well received by the fandom at large.
Yeah.
So like, in the midst of like some of the like Gen 5 leaks last year, we got an article saying that Hasbro was collaborating with Amazon MGM Studios to create a My Little Pony movie, live action, and it wasn't confirmed until like a little over a month ago. Hasbro officially confirmed it as part of their new brand refresh, which makes me assume that they're finally gonna break clean from like Friendship is Magic and Make Your Mark, and this is gonna follow like entirely new characters. Also, the fact that it's Amazon makes me think that it's gonna be pretty cheap.
Oh god.
Which is not helping things.
I'm just
I don't know about having cheap live action and My Little Pony all in like the same pot.
I don't think My Little Pony should be live action at all.
Are they using real horses? I didn't know if they're using real horses.
I don't want them to use real horses.
As funny as that would be,
Please
I don't think so.
make them use real horses.
What else would live action mean?
My best guess is that if you've ever seen like the traditional like animated style of the 2017 movie, I think those models look really good. I think they're probably gonna paste those onto like real life locations. I think that's probably more likely than like actual full CGI. It's probably cheaper to do it that way. It would probably look a lot better, to be honest.
They could also just go like the Sonic movie route, where they just try their best to translate that pony shape into real life.
It's gonna be James Marsden driving in the car with Rainbow Dash.
James Marsden again.
I will apply to work for that set if that means they use real horses. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna paint the horses purple, pink, whatever color. I just like if they're gonna say live action, they better execute on live action.
If you try to paint a horse, that's like bright pink.
Come on,
I think it's going to murder you.
If I show up to Amazon's headquarters with some lead paint and a brush, they're not gonna let me in. They're not gonna let me in.
That's a problem. That's straight animal abuse.
This is not going to go well. I'm scared it's gonna be the Mark I Sonic from when the Sonic movie first came out. It's gonna be that Sonic again.
But I am at least hoping that it's true that it's Gen 6, because as much as I don't want them to start off the new generation this way, please don't ruin Gen 4 and 5 more than you already have in the past like 3 or 4 years.
Okay. Let this be a lesson to you viewers. Not everything needs to be live action. Speaking of not everything needs to be live action, let's talk about Disney.
Oh boy.
So Disney just pulled a very rare win and dropped Sora AI. Do we want to elaborate on that?
Ding dong, the evil witch is dead. Hurrah. we finally got one up on the AI companies.
We've won this battle, and it's now up to us to win the war.
Absolutely. This is a massive win just for humanity.
And not just Disney pulling out, the whole like branch of OpenAI for Sora is shutting down. They're getting rid of the API. It's not going to be publicly available anymore, even like paid. Like that thing was just like, I hate the fact that so many people were using it, but the fact that it was draining so much money is at least one positive that they can't even like, this is like the start of like the AI bubble pop. Like they're not going to be able to afford to keep that up, at least free.
I will say goodbye and good riddance.
The next step, I suppose, is hopefully they have to start charging for ChatGPT, and then people just stop using it as much.
Man,
the amount of people like I look over and like have in class that have like use it for their assignments, or they just have it take notes for them. They can't even take like proper notes anymore. People are like so reliant, it's insane. I get nervous whenever like a group project is assigned or something, because there's always an AI person like in the group.
It's lazy.
I think the worst part about AI is you get stuff like you get the pure schlop. You know, there's some schlop where it's like it's human, you know, man-made schlop. Like
yeah, at least there's a human brain
those
involved.
last couple of Marvel movies, you know, I'm cool eating the schlop. All right.
Yeah.
My thing is when it's AI that consumes the schlop and then eats its own AI schlop. That's where you get Fruit Love Island and stuff like that.
That's where you get what Love Island?
People have made a Love Island using AI with fruit. That's the future of entertainment if Disney continues.
Like annoying orange
but
style?
worse?
No.
Like,
they made the characters fruit. They made
God, it's annoying orange, but worse.
And people are like, oh, I can't wait to catch up on the new Fruit Love Island episode. That's what life would have been like if we continued with Disney plus Sora. All right.
Congratulations, you got me nostalgic for Annoying Orange.
It's crazy.
The original human-made Annoying Orange.
That was real schlop. That's what I'm telling you.
It was real. Say
Back
what
when
you
the
will
schlop
about it. It was
100%
real.
American. Come on.
Oh my God.
I mean, between this and Zootopia 2 and Hoppers, like all back to back, I think Disney is like finally catching some W's here.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time.
Honestly, good for Disney. Let's just hope they don't mess this up somehow. All right. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for this episode. My brain is broken. I'm gonna go back to my apartment and take a nap. My name is X, alongside Jamie and Miles. Tune in next week where we will go and talk about more riveting discussions in the world of pop culture. Have a wonderful night in Millersville, and don't abstract on us.